This is Mexico. This is the Caribbean. This is the Mexican Caribbean. Two worlds full of excitement. Turquoise waters and white sandy beaches. Ancient Mayan culture. Breathtaking cenotes. Exotic islands. Stunning underground rivers and caverns. Beautiful lagoons. Tropical jungle. Colorful reefs. Picturesque towns and majestic archaeological sites. The place to find the best of Mexico and the best of the Caribbean, where two worlds meet in one soul, with the same synchronized rhythm and vibrant scenarios. Imagine yourself diving at an underwater art museum, learning about ancient Mayan rituals in a cenote, trying the best food fusions at unique and unexpected places, discovering amazing underwater rivers, exploring around Mayan vestiges hidden in the jungle. In the Mexican Caribbean, you will live unique experiences. Get a warm welcome from the locals. Reconnect yourself with a purifying mystical ceremony. Discover all shades of blue while kayaking in a lagoon, swimming in a cenote, or scuba diving in the ocean. Enjoy an epic night with your friends experiencing our exciting nightlife. Find the true Mexican vibe and get inspired by our charming towns. And get to know our amazing wildlife. Relax. Get ready to be surprised. This can only happen here. This is Mexico. This is the Caribbean. This is the Mexican Caribbean, the best of two worlds.
So now, let's take a journey to the Mexican Caribbean. This virtual journey will show you every destination that the Mexican Caribbean has. Keep in mind that Quintana Roo State in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico is the Mexican Caribbean. And as you can see here, we have 12 different destinations. Some of these brands I'm sure you're familiar with, some others not so much. We have 3 international airports, 4 cruise ship terminals, and 13 bus stations. So connectivity is never an issue. The international airport in Cancun is definitely our best connected airport, and it's one of the most well connected with international flights in the whole of Latin America and Mexico. We have close to 900 kilometers of coastline to the Caribbean Sea, with 17 blue flag beaches, more than 6,000 cenotes, over 25 natural and theme parks. We are a preferred destination for the meetings industry and also a preferred destination, obviously, for destination weddings and honeymoons. We also have the heritage from the Maya culture, this amazing culture that flourished in this region hundreds and hundreds of years ago. We have 10 archaeological sites open for visitors. We have 15 golf courses, a vast offer in wellness and spas and treatments that range from very traditional pre-Hispanic rituals to the most updated equipments and treatments of the world. Also, we have a World Heritage Site by the UNESCO, the Siancam Biosphere Reserve. We have 5 additional biosphere reserves, 5 national parks, and 6 different natural protected areas. So let's begin with Cancun. As I said, Cancun is the most well-known because the airport is located in Cancun. So this is where you arrive to the Mexican Caribbean. And Cancun is very famous for its beautiful beaches. The coastline is this amazing turquoise blue with white sand beaches. We have incredible infrastructure with hotels that range from family resorts, super luxury resorts, and all different kinds of hotels that cater to the most demanding visitors. We have definitely great shopping and entertainment in our area in Cancun. And the most important activities are definitely water activities. We have one archaeological site right in the middle of the hotel zone of Cancun. and a large amount of 4-diamond and 5-diamond resorts. Cancun is also very well known for the restaurants. So cuisine and going out to dinner are the things to do here. Next to Cancun to the north, we move to Costa Mujeres. Costa Mujeres is a newer development. It's a development that it's surrounded by natural atmosphere. It has one golf course and several hotels, some for adults only and some for families, but it's like a very serene area about 20 minutes north of the downtown area of Cancun. It has one archaeological site and a natural beach called Isla Blanca. This area is, of course, where the most new hotels are located. And then we move to Isla Mujeres. Isla Mujeres is a beautiful island, a true Caribbean island, right in front of Cancun. It takes 15 minutes on a ferry to go over to Isla Mujeres. This is a beautiful Pueblo Mágico, a magic town. This is a denomination the Mexican government gives to special towns in Mexico that have something in particular to offer. In this case, this romantic Caribbean island, it's very famous for the beauty of the waters and, of course, water activities. And there is also an archaeological site, which is actually a shrine built to the goddess, Mayan goddess Ixchel. It has a few hotels, so it's not as crowded, and it's a very romantic area. And all the way to the north of the Mexican Caribbean, as you can see on the map, we have Holbox Island. Holbox is a tiny island, a natural paradise. It's a cozy place with only 2 kilometers wide and about 40 kilometers long. It's located at the north of the Mexican Caribbean within the Yumbalam Ecological Reserve. This is a truly relaxing paradise, and one of the most sought after activities is swimming with the whale sharks. Can be done in the summer, and this is an amazing experience. So in this place is for people who want to get away from everything. Here you can really relax and enjoy beautiful sunsets and visit the lagoons and the flamingos when they are in season. And as you can see, it's only sand, no roads, no pavement, and people move around in golf carts and bicycles. And as we move south of the Cancun airport, we enter Puerto Morelos. Puerto Morelos was a sleepy town, and there's a dock, so it is a port, but now it's also a great destination. It's an adventure destination that offers a lot of natural wonders like the mangroves, its super and jungle, and it has what they call the cenote route. These cenotes are located very near to each other, so you can just get on a car and visit at least 8 or 10 of them at a time. These are beautiful locations that you can swim or snorkel at. Also, there are the National Reef Park in Puerto Morelos offers tours to go and visit snorkeling and diving in the surrounding area. And to the south, we enter Riviera Maya. Riviera Maya, it's a destination, it's very well known. It's 120 kilometers long, it's a coastline, and it's very famous for its main 2 destinations, Playa del Carmen, which is its main city, and Tulum, which apart from being a destination, it's also one of the most visited archaeological sites from the Maya culture. In general, Riviera Maya, I would say it's a tourist destination that has it all. It has a lot of attractions, it has great restaurants, it has fantastic hotels, and the cenotes, once again, ever present in the Riviera Maya and in the Mexican Caribbean. Keep in mind that we do not have rivers running on the surface, so what we have is one of the largest underground river systems in the world. So this river system that runs under the ground is what creates the cenotes, which are these pools that you can see from the surface when when there is an opening to the water down below. These are mystical locations and beautiful. Riviera Maya offers a spa experience. It has the theme parks of Xcaret, for example, several different adventure parks. They have great restaurants, 7 golf courses in this area. It's great entertainment options. And the 2 most visited, as I said before, Mayan sites, Tulum and Coba. Playa del Carmen being the main city, it's a great location to stay if you like to go out at night and enjoy night in the town, where you can go out to dinner or stop at one of the many different bars and enjoy shopping here. Also, there's boutique with designer shops and art shops that you can stroll around the Fifth Avenue, the main avenue for shopping in Playa del Carmen. And as we move south, we come into Tulum. Tulum is a very relaxing, stunning pueblo mágico, and it has this eco-chic kind of vibe. It's more sustainable. All of the hotels are low-rise, no all-inclusives here, only small boutique hotels. These are really for people who want to stay in a location that makes you feel you're in contact with nature and that you can actually walk from your room right onto the beach. Beautiful area, very popular. You can see some images and you can see that it's totally different from Cancun or Playa del Carmen. And Tulum has become very popular for celebrities and very high-end visitors who'd like to get away from everything and enjoy the vibe of Tulum. Great restaurants, great designer shops, and local art, little places that you can visit and enjoy just riding a bike along Tulum. And then we go to Cozumel. Cozumel Island is actually the oldest tourist destination in the Mexican Caribbean. Way before Cancun was created, Cozumel was already a well-known tourist destination because of the beauty of its coral reef formations. The coral reefs surrounding the island, this is the location where Jacques Cousteau many years ago, in the early 70s or late 60s, decided to come and visit and found what he said was paradise on earth. So these locations are fantastic, and divers from all over the world come to visit Isla Cozumel. But it's also a beautiful traditional island, a Caribbean island with the most amazing sunsets and great beach areas. So people should come and enjoy and stay. There are many hotels for all tastes and all kinds. There's a small archaeological site, San Gervasio, and it has an international airport as well. If we move south of Riviera Maya, we come into the heart of the state, the central part of the state of Quintana Roo, and we call this the Mayacan area. This is where you can see the true Maya communities, people that live following the tradition of their ancestors. They speak the Maya language, and it's surrounded by amazing natural atmosphere. It includes the Siancam Biosphere Reserve. It has an archaeological site, the archaeological site of Muyil, and it has unique experiences surrounded by these amazing landscapes. This is Costa Maya, and also all the way to the south, where you find, we reach the main city of the capital city of the state of Quintana Roo, Chetumal. And here in Chetumal is also the border with our neighbor country, Belize. So Grand Costa Maya is the name we give to this region. It's all the way to the south of Quintana Roo. It's lesser known by us than the north of Quintana Roo, but it's a beautiful region with exuberant nature, lagoon, canals, mangroves, calm beaches, a lot of history and culture about our state, and it has 5 different archaeological sites that people can visit. The main locations are Mahahual, which is also a cruise ship destination, the amazingly beautiful lagoon of Bacalar, and Chetumal, which is, as I said before, the capital city, where the government powers are based in our state. This is a beautiful view of the lagoon of Bacalar. The Bacalar Lagoon is a place I highly recommend you visit. It's becoming very popular. However, it's just a small town surrounded by beautiful little boutique hotels. And the lagoon, the view from here is really stunning. This lagoon, it's called the Lagoon of the Seven Colors, and it's because of the different depths of the water, and as the sun hits the water throughout the day, it changes the color of the water. Beautiful to get away from everything. Nowadays, it's very important to know that the destinations we're planning to visit are safe. This is on everyone's mind, and we want to make sure that besides knowing what the Mexican Caribbean offers as a destination, that these are also safe destinations to visit today. The Mexican Caribbean was closed for a couple of months in April and May, and the reopening of the destination was done in a gradual manner or format. So first of all, let's talk about the Mexican Caribbean Clean and Safe Check certification. So the Ministry of Tourism in Quintana Roo, together with the Health Department of the state and following international guidelines, decided to create this Clean and Safe Check certification. And it includes over 250 health and safety guidelines that companies must meet in order to get certified. This certification is available to hotels, theme parks, golf courses, spas, transportation companies, restaurants, bar, tour operators locally, and any business that is related to tourism. To date, more than 7,000 companies have applied for the certificate. So this shows the commitment of our industry to the well-being of our visitors, as well as that of the workers in the state. Because of these and other protocols we have been following in the first opening phases, the WTTC, the World Travel and Tourism Council, that recently launched the world's first ever global safety and hygiene stamp, awarded the Mexican Caribbean with one of the 5 first safe travels stamp in the world. This means that we were the only destination in the whole American continent to get this certification. The Safe Travel Stamp, it's a way of telling visitors that we are following the correct protocols. So the reopening phases of the Mexican Caribbean was done following a traffic light system. This traffic light system began first in June 8, when our government decided to reopen the destination, considering that for us, tourism, it is an essential activity. So we started in the red with 15% maximum capacity of hotels, restaurants, and other things. Some other things were definitely closed. And then we moved into the orange, and now we are currently in the yellow. The yellow means that 60% capacity is the maximum approved for hotels, restaurants, parks, beach, and any other activity in the Caribbean. It is important to mention that we have so many activities that are done in wide open spaces, so social distancing is very, very easy to do while you're in the destination. Also, our airports, operated by Azul, created a protocol, very strict protocol to operate, both in Cancun and in Cozumel. The airports are following a very strict protocol, including the cleaning and sanitizing of all public areas, employees check up in temperature check to make sure everyone is healthy, social distancing, and upon arrival, when you walk through the hallways at the airport, you are being checked by thermographic cameras that have temperature screening. This will allow the airport personnel to notice if somebody has a higher fever. Also, upon arrival, everyone must fill out a traveler risk factor questionnaire. So there are no quarantines in place in the Mexican Caribbean, and there are no necessary pre-travel COVID testing required, which means that following the protocols, we are sure that everyone can be safe. The hotels also have implemented very strict protocols, and they have been doing a fantastic job in offering a safe and clean environment for our visitors, and to take care of the workers at the hotels and also the visitors. So everyone in Quintana Roo is required to wear a mask when in public spaces such as supermarkets, restaurants, and when you enter the hotel, when you come to the airport, or anywhere where there's people, you have to wear a mask, and this is mandatory. So if you visit a shopping mall, for example, every time you come into a store, you will be required to wear a mask, to have your temperature checked, and to step on a sanitizing mat. These are some of the things we have been doing to make sure everyone remains safe. So far, since the reopening in June, we have been able to contain the number of cases, and people have been enjoying great vacations in healthy environments. So far, we have received over 1 million visitors since the reopening in mid-June. So we are very happy to tell you that we have received amazing feedbacks from tour operators and tourists that have visited our region in these past few months. If you want to know more about the Mexican Caribbean, I invite you to take the e-learning program. This program is available on our website, and it's in 6 different languages, and it consists of 2 different parts. So you can take the course at your own pace and get acquainted with in-depth information about our destinations. And so this is something that you should consider. And I invite you also to visit the website, mexicancaribbean.travel. I am sure you will find there a lot of information about our destinations, our activities, our different attractions. And there is a COVID-19 button that you can check any updates about COVID-19 situation within the state of Quintana Roo. So why visit the Mexican Caribbean? Well, first, as you have seen, we have wonderful destinations. We offer unique travel experiences, the culture and the history of the location. It's amazing, and the wide range of lodging options, of course. Gastronomy, the Mexican food and the Yucatecan food are out of this world. This is something that you must experience, but also the wide range of culinary options from all over the world. The differences from one hotel to the other, the multi-destinations that offer so much, and most of all, I would have to say, it's the Mexican hospitality. Our people here really go above and beyond to offer give you a warm welcome and to offer the best service. We are, without a doubt, the destination that has the best quality of service in the whole of the Caribbean. So we are very, very proud of that. I invite you to follow us on our social media, where you can also find updates about our destinations and new things, up and coming events, and other information that you may find useful before you travel. So I invite all of you to convey the message to your clients that the Mexican Caribbean is open for business, it's safe, it's beautiful, and we would love to see you here very soon. Thank you very much.
Great. So welcome everyone to our live Q&A with Lizzie Cole, Executive Director of Promotion for the Quintana Roo Tourist Board. I'm sure you're well acquainted by now after the training sessions and the networking. If you didn't get a chance to chat to her during the networking break and you did want to, you can send her a direct message from the virtual lobby so that she knows you are interested in the meeting. You can also continue your networking in the break following this session, so there's still time to connect. But most of all, alternatively, you can ask her questions publicly here today via the questions tab on the right-hand side of your screen. I do also have a few questions up my sleeve as well, so I'll fire away with those first and put your questions to Lizzie as they come in. If you could make sure you're typing them into the questions tab and not the chat tab, that would be really helpful to me. Great. So Lizzie, coming to you for our first question, what's the average length of stay for UK and Irish travellers in the Mexican Caribbean?
Regularly, it would be around 10 days.
Okay, cool.
That's the average.
Do you see shorter visits as well, or is it?
Yes.
Do they? Yeah. Is it twin-centered with other destinations when they're shorter visits?
Yeah, many people coming from UK or Europe usually tend to stay between 10 to 15 days, and sometimes they combine destinations, which is a perfect way to visit the region. We are located in the Yucatan Peninsula, so a very usual circuit people do is arrive in Cancun and go to Merida in the Yucatan, our neighbor state, and tour the Maya area and the beautiful city of Merida, and then come back for a relaxing rest of the stay in our destinations. So this is a perfect way to get to know the region and get a lot more from the culture of Mexico, and in an easy way. Also, some people are more adventurous and they really want to tour the whole Mexican Caribbean and go to the south of our state to visit the beautiful Lagoon of Bacalar or other destinations, or even combine with other states of Mexico.
Okay, great. Edward has just typed a message into the questions tab. He says, we've just promoted a 2-center holiday with New York and Cancun on their Facebook page. So it's great to hear you're getting some interest there.
Maddie, it's if I may, this is a usual combination honeymoon. A lot of people from Europe take honeymoons combining New York with Cancun or Riviera Maya, which is interesting.
Okay, great. And what itinerary would you recommend for first-time visitors?
I think for first-time visitors, they should stay within the Mexican Caribbean and enjoy the many attractions. The destinations of your choice depends on your preferences. If you like a more glamorous destination with a lot of shops and dining options nearby, I recommend you stay in Cancun or in Playa del Carmen. But if you want to just relax and explore the tours and stuff, I think it's better to go to Riviera Maya, and it's easier from there to get to the cenotes and near Puerto Morelos, for example, where you can explore the cenote route, or you can have a more relaxed vacation.
Okay, great. We had another question coming from Chris Quinn. He says, thank you very much for all the information so far. And is it safe to do a self-drive in the Mexican Caribbean?
Yes, it is safe. We are a very flat, land. We don't have any turns, and it's very easy to drive from the north to the south of the Quintana Roo coast. It's not complicated at all. The signage is good, and as long as you respect the traffic loss of speed or whatever, that's all you need to do. We always encourage people to travel during the day, mostly because you don't want to get a flat tire or something in the middle of the night. But other than that, it's perfectly safe. And we have a great application that was developed by our Secretary of Tourism in the state that is called the Guest Assist. You can download it for free on your phone when you land in Cancun Airport. And whatever you need during your trip, you can require to the Guest Assist, like whether it's a flat tire or you lost some documents or something that you need help with, you can just get immediate access to the Guest Assist platform.
Okay, thanks. And Pam Jackson is asking about insurance for traveling to Mexico. She says insurance companies are not covering Mexico at the moment for holidays, or it can carry a hefty supplement. She's asking kind of why that is. Is it to do with medical facilities, or is there another reason?
I really have no idea. Usually, tour companies encourage travelers to purchase the medical insurance, and I think that it's always wise to do so when traveling to a foreign destination. I do that when I travel to Europe, for example, or to the United States. Because if you have an accident, you're covered. We have good hospitals in Cancun and in Riviera Maya, and the medical service is available at all times, usually from the hotels. The hotels can contact somebody if you get sick or if you had an accident. But yes, I think it's very wise to have insurance, and I wouldn't know why would they charge additional.
Okay, great, thank you. Chris has asked another question. Is there a fee that's charged for visitors to swim in the cenotes?
Some cenotes, I would say most of the cenotes have an entrance fee. It depends on the cenote, but since these are managed, sometimes are in private properties, the owners of the property may charge something like 40 pesos, which is less than £2, for entering the cenote area, mostly because they in some of them they offer like restrooms, and there's some kind of facility that you have to prepare for visitors. Some others are operated by tour companies, and those tend to be more expensive because they offer more services. But there are some that you can visit for less than £1. So, it depends on the cenote and who operates it.
Okay, that's really great value. It's brilliant.
Yes, it is. It is. We have so many that,
Yeah, so many to choose from. We've got another question from Edward here. Would you recommend a particular resort for a wedding?
Oh, it depends on the wedding and the budget. We have so many amazing resorts or small boutique properties. Currently, with the restrictions, we have a maximum capacity of 50 people for destination weddings at the resorts. Of course, this number can grow a little bit if it's in open space, which is usually in open space. So maybe you could do 50 or 60 people, but depending on what you're looking for, there are small boutique properties that offer the possibility of a buyout, and I highly recommend that if you can afford it, because it's just having a small property, your own little piece of paradise for your group, and I think that is amazing. But I have to say that the larger resorts have developed many different areas within the resort to make perfect locations, that, like a special venue for the weddings. And I have seen in larger properties that they have maybe 3 weddings on the same day, and you don't feel it. You have your own private venue, and it turns out to be beautiful as well. So many options to choose from. It would be impossible unless I would know exactly what the couple is looking for. I wouldn't be able to recommend one single property.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now, the Mexican Caribbean is such a lovely destination, as we're seeing today. So there are going to be loads of visitors that want to return for a second trip. Do you have an itinerary or activities or destinations that you would recommend to second-time visitors?
Yes, it's important to mention that we have a very high repeat business rate. 52% of our visitors have been here before more than 2 or 3 times. So this is very high. So if you have been to Riviera Maya once and want to return for a second or third trip, I recommend you expand your horizons. Go to the islands, check out Holbox Island, or drive south to Bacalar and Chetumal, our capital city, so you get more about the destinations. And for people who really want to get eco-adventure activities, the region of Mayacan, which I mentioned during the presentation, it's a very pristine area. It's not many people visit. So these are really for people who don't mind, roughing it up a bit and getting down there and enjoying the amazing sceneries and immerse in the culture of the Maya communities.
Okay, great, thanks. We've had another question in from Shannon, who's asking, are the nightclubs and entertainment shows in the Mexican Caribbean open or closed at the moment?
They are open in a different kind of way. Usually these locations would be opening at about 11 at night and closing maybe at 5 in the morning. At this time, with the restrictions in place, they have to redesign the whole thing, and closing times are extended at the most at 1 a.m. So still, it has limited capacity, so it's not. It's still a very nice environment, but not exactly the way we used to be when we were very happy and we didn't know it.
Yeah, not quite as hardcore as before then.
Exactly
Again,
right.
Great. So we've talked a bit about destinations for weddings, and honeymooners. But is there a particular destination that's very good for families?
Yes, I would say definitely Cancun and Riviera Maya. Any of the resorts in that area are the best for families. There are some particular hotels that cater for families that offer special things, like family suites, or they have within the resort little parks, or there's one resort that has dolphins inside, or a water park. So it depends, but we have great properties that are perfect for families. And if you want to have your family explore the area, it's better to stay within the Riviera Maya. Or if you want to relax, there are also great properties in Costa Mujeres for families. And Costa Mujeres is more a relaxed destination, a little bit far away to the north of Cancun, 20 minutes from downtown, but it has great resorts there as well.
Okay, great, thank you. I think we've got time for just time for one more question, and that's come in from Declan, who's saying flight connectivity is key. When do you envisage airlines will be operating with a full schedule again? And are there any incentives to encourage airlines to open new routes down to the Mexican Caribbean?
Yes, actually, we have been since last May in conversations weekly with different airlines around the world, and we have been able to get more flights coming in. We have currently 3 flights from Europe, only France, Frankfurt, and Zurich. And unfortunately, because of the restrictions, we don't have connectivity with the UK and Ireland at the moment. We have been speaking to the airlines and getting updated on the situation. We are respectful of the restrictions, but we do hope that these are lifted soon, and we can restart the connectivity we used to have with the UK.
Okay, thanks. So I think that's all we've got time for today. It's now time for another networking break. So if everyone could please make their way back into the virtual lobby and scroll down to the one-to-one and group networking sessions. That's where you can connect with all our participating suppliers today. After that, we have the Aero Mexico presentation taking place. And so make sure you tune into that for the chance to get more entries into the competition. And you can attend our closing remarks today to hear the correct answers to all the questions that have been in our polls tabs today. So please do enjoy the networking. And remember, if you have any issues, you can pop into the help desk and a member of the TTG team will be there to help you. I'll see you later.